What's up, YouTube? What's up, Twitch? What's up, Twitter? Um, I hope everybody having a good day. And for this live stream right here, shoot, I would talk about if I think the future of Marvel and DC is good, or just which one future is brighter. But like in my opinion, shoot, I think DC got the better future in my opinion, based on the movies and stuff that's coming out, and based on the narrative for the stories that should we seeing right now. Shoot, because it's just my opinion about it. I think it's DC that just got the better future. Which one you think they just got the better future, Marvel or DC?
So far, it's with DC right now. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, because so I
yeah,
think it's DC because the thing about Marvel, we're kind of getting off track. I
the
think, in my
writing
opinion,
and the
it's just the
buffer. Yeah,
storytelling.
right.
It's
Yeah,
the
the Queen
story.
is going to have her and the writing too.
Yeah, because you look at phase one, two, and most of three, the storytelling was good. You can tell that the story had led up to a big event, which was written well, just in the movies
Right.
before.
Yeah.
But you can't say that now. That just about the movies and shows now, because you look at the movies and shows. Shoot, they got their own narrative, and plus the movies don't flow together. Seem like, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree on that. Yeah.
Be- because that's kind of the bad thing about it, and kind of like in my opinion, for like Kevin Feige not to see that in Phase Four, that's kind of disappointing in my opinion.
Yeah.
In my opinion, so that kind of disappointing because shoot, when you look at everything that was happening in Phase Three, and plus I seen She-Hulk, I don't get
Yeah.
how I don't get how Hawk's son got down on Earth without nobody noticing, a spaceship noticing.
Yeah.
Because if you look at because
Yeah.
you look at
The
Avengers
title.
One,
Yeah.
yeah, because you look at Avengers One, Samuel Jackson's shield could have tell it just that the smallest thing had changed on Earth just by the satellites and stuff they had
Right.
and stuff. And plus, I don't get how they couldn't find a big green kid
Yeah.
that came off a spaceship
Yeah.
and
That's
stuff like that.
yeah. That's one for yeah.
And and Carla Hughes that talks on it's already superheroes on Earth. It wouldn't matter. I said, how
Right.
in the world? Because like the Marvel fans would try to defend it just by saying it's already superheroes in the world, and play won't be
Yeah.
different. But that's not true.
No.
Because you look at the Kang movie, you look at the Quantum Realm movie, when you look at Loki and stuff like that, they were trying to find stuff that was different inside the timeline and just take it out
Yeah.
and stuff. You look at the Loki show, everything else like that. You can
Trying to see the
tell,
timeline.
yeah, because you look at Loki season one, the just the time patrol did not like stuff that was different inside the timeline and stuff like that, which can mess up the timeline. They just try to take it off, whether it was good or bad. It didn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything like that. And plus, you telling me, like in Quantum Media, is that nobody could have seen Kane coming? You tell me everybody that worked for the Time Patrol, they couldn't see Kane coming. Come on now,
What?
that make no sense because that's what they could have found Sylvie and they found Loki in less than 5 minutes
Yeah.
in season one. And but you tell me they couldn't find Kane?
Seriously, and the only different can come on, Chris. Come on.
Yeah, come on now. All them Kanes we see at the end of the movie because just some Kane, I see a Kane that's a killer. I see one that's peaceful. And put you telling me that none of them Canes step up to the time control and tell them that it was this evil Kane that just be killing everybody, which don't make no sense in my opinion.
Yeah.
That makes no
So it's
sense in
like
my opinion though.
Yeah, I agree on that. Then I'm missing Alfred.
and kind of like everybody watching who think we hating on anything, we is not hating.
No,
We is talking about the
opinion.
storytelling
Yep,
that
it'll affect the MCU future.
because you go what and you could not
Right,
tell me that it was one type of story with left the king, because that's what you look at Winter Soldier, that was a separate story. I understood that one. That was separate.
right,
That would sound like coming to age story for like Sam and Bucky and stuff like that, everything like
right.
that. That's not my problem dealing with them. My problem come in when you had She-Hulk, when you have Miss
Yep,
Marvel, who supposed to be like connected to Captain Marvel, and for you and for this show no kind of connection to the two. Come on, now that just don't make no sense.
yeah,
Because as you look at the comic books, she pretty much idolized Captain Marvel, and they
yeah.
did not show like of no type of
Origin.
acknowledgement, no type of acknowledgement just for Captain Marvel saying that she was happy that
Right,
she encouraged little girl to be
yeah,
happy and stuff like that, and herself because of her just being a superhero. Because that's what
yeah.
that even the Hawk acknowledged kids and in game and stuff like that,
Right,
and he was the Hawk before acknowledge people.
yeah,
It just the Hawk could acknowledge kids and stuff like that. You telling me, in my opinion, that deal with the
yeah,
MCU. Because you look at MCU, Iron Man was friendly, Thor was Black Widow. Everybody that was OG was friendly to the people.
right, yeah,
Who would you say everything like that? And that's kind of like some of the stuff that kind of get me confused based on the MCU seeing now and stuff like that, because you look at the Loki show. The Loki show actually explained what the timeline was and what the effect
yeah,
was, everything like that.
right,
And kind of like No Way Home, No Way Home and Loki was a two-part thing, which can tell what the timeline
the
being broken
multiverse.
could do.
Yeah,
And they kind of like two people that cause this timeline to be broken is Sylvie and Wanda.
yep.
Sylvie
Even when we
caused it
know,
because of her. Yeah, because the thing about it, shoot, this me. Why are you trying to kill that Kane that is keeping the timeline together? Why?
yeah, why? He's good.
That's
She killed the one who breaking the time.
yeah, because if you
That's
look
what
at because that's what they could tell that Kane wasn't evil, because that's what if he was evil, he would have been like the one that was in Ant-Man and Quantum Realm. He would have tried to kill him.
yeah, yeah,
And, and, and but the thing about it, I don't get how Sylvie, who's supposed to be a god, who's supposed to be able to separate emotions based
yeah,
on her powers, she used her
yeah,
emotions to kill a man. Because I look at her, I say, really? How can
yeah.
you say that you call yourself a god,
Be emotion
but
free.
you don't? Yeah, but you use your emotions to kill somebody who you don't even know if it's true or not.
Yeah,
Because that's what she would have figured out it was true. She could have went outside and see if he was telling the truth just by the timeline and stuff like that. Because that's what it was, a big old light outside the building telling her if it was true or not. Just by the with
yeah,
the dimensions in the show,
yeah,
and, and kind of like for Wanda and like for Wanda and stuff like that. I don't get how. She using her emotions and stuff like that that just tries to get her kids, which don't exist. That,
Yeah.
what she know was pregnant and had the kids. She just had powers
Yes.
and made them up in her mind. I don't get how I don't get how she can actually be mad at everybody else around her, and she was the one
Causing.
who held a time hostage. She hold a whole time hostage, and she never went to jail. How in the world that happened? She never went to jail. But 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 that's what in phase one, two, and three, Iron Man went to jail one time. Captain America went to jail. War Machine, Vigil was gone. Shoot, you just can't find him. Hawkman, he was an agent. He was Shield from
Yeah.
going to jail anyway, and Black Widow was Shield for going to jail. But the thing about the three main characters that was the backbone of MCU was Iron Man went to jail one time
Right.
because they thought he was a terrorist or something like that. That
Yeah. Dangerous. Right.
each of the Avengers just see the consequences just when
Of their
people
actions.
yeah
Right.
yeah just when people do stuff without them being there and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And plus Iron Man, shoot, they couldn't find a way to put Iron Man in jail. Their house arrest
Right.
since the because they about the government that I don't get about the Marvel Universe to talk. Why would Iron Man give up his suits just to a government that just don't like him anyway half of the time? He not gonna give them no suits.
Right.
That make no sense.
Yeah.
And they try to make Shuri, no, not Shuri, but Riri into the black female Iron Man. I say, she don't got no money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Because
she
people.
because she
Uh,
this is my problem with it is that, if you gonna try to make a black female Iron Man, make her rich.
I see what. Yeah. The technology. But yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at it on Riri, look up the Iron Man because she want to be just like him. And the thing about me, if you look at the Iron Man because of his genius and stuff like that, that should tell her to get rich, have money, and be able to fight the government with your money and stuff like that. Because that's what I hate to say it like that, but that's what in the MCU, if you have money,
They
so
get
you
the
get to
power.
stay out the government jails and stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
I know
yeah,
the Marvel
and
one
yeah,
fans.
and
Sorry. But
oh no, no, you go ahead.
some Marvel fans want like the one from like Tony Stark saved the kid, right? In the Endgame 20-year old to beat that next Iron Man.
Yeah,
That's why yeah, fans want it. Right.
yeah, and kind of like the bad thing about the Daredevil Disney Plus thing, it's like you always know that Kevin Feige just want to do stuff his way, and he might not be the same Daredevil that we like that was in
Right.
Netflix and stuff like that.
To me,
And
yeah,
yeah, and plus you notice that the up in all the MCU shows is that we never saw Kingpin again just
yes,
after the Hawkeye.
yeah, yeah,
And that kind of disappointing because if you look at it, Kingpin always fight all the Avengers and Marvel stuff because he fight Spider Man, he fight
right,
Punisher, Luke Cage, everything like that. He
right,
always tried to get power everywhere and stuff like that,
right,
up in the comic books. And plus, you're not seeing that up in the MCU. And and they kind of like the bad thing for me, right? In the, this Avengers movie and stuff like that.
right,
It
yeah,
sounds like how is they going to introduce Doctor Doom and Kane in this
yeah,
phase of the MCU without the Fantastic Four or the X Men's?
yeah,
Because you look at the end of the Ant Man Quantumania movie, I see Doctor Doom, but that's what this means. Where's where's Reed Richards? Where's Sue Storm? Where's the Thing? And where's Johnny Storm? I don't get how you can introduce Doctor Doom
the
when I was
villain of that fallout the main heroes
yeah,
a lot.
be, be, because the thing about it, Marvel telling us that the villains is more important than heroes. I say
No, the
it,
origin
it,
has to be the heroes and the villains.
yeah, because if you look at it without the heroes, the villains don't mean nothing.
Yeah,
And that what people, in my opinion, just need to realize. Of my opinion and stuff like that, because like the problem for me, right, dealing with the Marvel universe right now, I have deal with
it's the
Marvel.
right.
Yes, right.
That's how but,
Because like for me, right, you can have an average movie and stuff like that in the theaters, but that's what the longs the writing correlate into the next movie and put it makes sense. That I can actually defend the movie or the show based on the basis of the writing of the movie
yeah, right,
and
right.
stuff. Be, because you look at the Batman movies that Christopher Nolan made, all
It's
three
good.
movies correlated just with each other. The first movie
Right.
made the second movie stronger, and the second movie made the third movie stronger. And and that what Marvel might need to start doing. I think, in my opinion, because you look at the movies that Marvel coming out now with the shows, these directors is not looking at the movie that came before.
No, they kept that. And
Because you look at because you look at some of the stuff that they writing in their movies. I keep on saying should the big old Doctor Strange movie already explain that already?
right.
Why you try to re-explain it if the last movie
Yeah,
already explained already what it did much better just than you doing right now
yeah.
and stuff like that. And in the stakes in the movie will correlate much better in that. And and the kind of like the bad thing about this right here, this phase of it, it sounds like the writer, the writer in
Yes,
this movie
everybody.
he supposed to be doing some movies in between they go into the
To connect
next
to the
Avengers movie.
right, but did not connect to.
Because the thing about it, shoot, the next Avengers teams I seeing right now, they talk some Neymar. They got Ant Man daughter,
Yeah,
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi,
And they
right?
put a thing about it, shoot. Uh, and kind of like the bad thing about it, shoot, I'm not even sure if Captain Marvel or the Marvels is gonna be
And
in that next Avengers movie.
yeah, they did not. Yeah, yeah.
That oh yeah, that Neymar is already was teased to be up in next Avengers movie. They had Neymar, they had Ant Man, his daughter, and
Yeah,
the lady and the wife. Those four,
yeah.
and plus they had dang, who else? Shang Chi supposed to be in the movie. That's
Yeah,
five. But the problem is that the problem is who gonna be the power?
yeah.
Unless they bring him back down on the Hawk, or just the Hawk's son is gonna be older. This
Thought
22, the Star. I probably can imagine him as the muscle as part of the Avengers movie, because just doing the first Avengers, the Hawk was the muscle. I'm doing the team, and they need to bring back the on the real Hawk, because think about it, if Star gonna be there, that means that World War Hawk might be coming soon. He might turn evil, that Hawk, and stuff
yeah,
like that. Because think about it, if the sun there, that means that Korag might be coming too. That was up in on Ragnarok, and then he bringing the Hawk wife too. Because sure, I'm trying to figure out who had a kid by him,
yeah,
because that lady must have a hard time just sleeping with him.
yeah,
Because that's what the Hawk. I said everybody was laughing at that part. Say the Hawk got a son.
yeah.
Because think about shoot, I was even shocked when I saw it in She-Hulk. Because think about shoot, I thought they would surprise us with the Hawk's son up in the next Avengers movie.
Right.
Not up in the She-Hulk series because think about it, the She-Hulk series should have been about She-Hulk accepting her responsibility of being a hero.
Right.
And the kind of like the bad thing about it, shoot, man. The kind of the bad thing about it, the bad thing about it is it seemed like that she didn't accept her responsibility of being a hero. She would try to make some kind of political message throughout the show. I said, come on now, who write this show? Be, because you look at the She-Hulk show right now, it didn't make sense. And kind of like the bad thing about it is some about the writer of the Quantum Mayo movie. It kind of seemed like that he don't like criticism, which is a bad thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the kind of like the kind of the bad thing for me is if you want to be a better writer and stuff in that in your career, you got to be able to
Take
accept
those.
criticism on
Right.
both
Yeah.
sides. Because thing about this, it seems like to me he liked the good, but that's what he don't like
Don't
the
care the
bad.
flaws. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of like the bad thing that I don't like about it. In my opinion about it, it seemed like to me, it seemed like to me it's some opinion now. Some people might like it, some people might not like it. But it seemed like to me that the MCU was sitting on a and disrespectful, just accept it.
Yeah.
In my opinion, what it seemed like be, be, because the writing quality went down
Respect. Yeah. Before was good, but
on
now
the
it's like
show.
yeah. I agree
It
on
went
that end.
down
Yep.
Be-
Dude.
because so you look at Moon Knight, the Moon Knight writing was kind of good. Um,
Most of the
it
time.
was better than She-Hulk. It was better than She-Hulk and the other shows they got on there. And Winter Soldier and Moon Knight and Loki, those those three best ones. All the rest of them sorry and bad.
Yeah. For the face offer. Yeah.
Yeah, and for the bad thing about the Moon Knight show, it's not like the Moon Knight is a rated R character, and so they kind of done him down a little bit.
Yeah. They did for Disney Plus for yeah.
Be, because you look at the kind of things that Moon Knight could do as a human and plus as a superhero, he was dumbed down, and kind of seemed like they used some of his first episodes comedy. I said,
Mm.
come on now. I know y'all Disney and stuff like that, and y'all try to market the kids, but
On
that's
adult
what the
adult
but
too.
because you got Disney got to learn it sound like all characters is not meant for kids.
Yeah.
And especially Moon Knight. Moon
Yeah.
Knight is not a good character. He's a violent character that will kill.
Yeah.
If they don't like it, that's what too bad for him. Because the man who made him compare to Batman, and he did not have no kind of detective skills or nothing on that show.
Right.
He has skills to fight, but the thing is, half of the fights we didn't even see. It kind of like flash out and flash in and stuff like that,
Right.
and that kind of disappointed me because because right, because I keep on saying right in my head, I keep on saying in my head, I say, ain't Moon Knight one of those rated R characters in my head? When I was looking at the
Mm.
show, everything like that, which I didn't like. I said, God, though, man. I
Yeah.
said, God, the because you keep on telling me that you got all these
Potential
shows,
for that.
yeah,
With
all
potential for
all
that.
all the potential you got for Moon Knight, and Moon Knight got villains for days,
Right. Yeah.
and could his three personalities that he tried to control, and kind of like the bad thing about Moon Knight compared to Batman, because the thing about Batman, if Batman figure out he got three different personalities, and Batman
He's
could
dead.
use it as his weakness and
against
stuff like
him.
that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that I like most of the time with Batman, Superman, because that's what man see your weakness, it's over. It's over. It's over unless you Dark Side or Brainiac, who who got powers to match him. You just supposed to say
Yeah.
that you going to jail.
Yeah.
You go to jail as a criminal. And it kind of like the bad thing that should I don't real people on is sound like in my opinion is that they keep on saying that they keep on saying in my opinion that it is that Batman don't kill. I keep on saying, have y'all seen his comic books? He do kill. He just don't
Yeah.
kill everybody, but that's what he still kill.
Even Amity too, not him,
The
but
thing about your
like some Ghost Guy protects him. Yeah.
yeah,
Right. Like, oh, Crash. Okay.
um, the stuff that deal with the Batman character, which I think, in my opinion, depend on the um,
Right.
some people like Moon Knight because he got violent in Batman. Because look at it, Moon Knight, in my opinion, is more like a killer. Moon Knight's the
Right.
killer.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the thing about it, but thing about Batman, in my opinion, will ask you questions
Right. Yeah.
and give you a chance to live. But sound like Batman is not, and that would get on when hero. But the thing about for me, it's like at least had it willing to kill
Right.
if to. Because if you look at it, so you got to be willing to take your chances and kill some bad guys.
Right.
Which I think for me as a hero, I probably have been kill Joker. In my opinion,
Yeah.
that's just
Yeah.
me. But 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 then my opinion is like how did Batman restrain himself for killing Joker? Shoot, he need to teach me that because that's what that was me. Shoot, I'm willing to kill that man. Shoot, can't time for me. Shoot, man. Shoot, I'm willing to kill that man right there. Joker,
Right.
man. Shoot, because that man killed too many people.
Yeah.
That for me just to forgive him, man, that take a lot. But the thing about the Joker is if you kill him, he wins, and that's kind of like the problem what Batman got
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Because the thing about for me, shoot, I wouldn't have that rule. So I don't kill. And that was Joker.
Yeah.
Pro. I was a hero in Gotham. Shoot, that should that wouldn't be my creed. That shoot, I won't kill.
Okay.
That's not my creed. But think about it. That creed only come in because of the comic books. Because they want to separate Batman from the bad guys that's in Gotham.
Right.
I said at some point, that's at some point, some of them bad guys got to be dead. You just got to kill them to a point and stuff like that. If they got new news on just on the Robo Reader thing, something like that.
Yeah. Someone. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got the video Pango Flanks or something like that.
Yeah.
It sounds like a first look at it, but I hope
Yeah.
it's good though.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it, shoot, I Robo Reader on VFX is kind of good, or
Yeah.
just
I hope so.
is it practical or VFX?
Ah, I forgot what it was.
Shoot, like the old Rangers is gonna be the
Right.
stars. I think
Yeah.
it's gonna be the stars would seem like, in my opinion.
And
Wait a minute, Rocky, Billy. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Two of them came from the second generation of Mighty Morphin, and
right.
two of
Yeah.
them came from the first generation.
Yeah. It was Billy and Zach. First edition. Second one is Kimberly and Aisha and Adam. Yeah.
Rocky.
The captain too. So yeah. But yeah. Rocky too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because thing about it, because it seems like they get a Rocky character too much hate, in my opinion. But then my show, I actually like the Rocky character. He
Yeah.
actually cool to me based
Yeah.
on the build position he was set in. Because think about it, shoot, man, you can't follow Jason. Shoot, man, that's hard. That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Because you look at it, shoot, that none of the other Red Rangers could ever measure up to Jason and Jason way, but that's what they measure up in different ways though.
Right.
And that was something they learned sometime, in my opinion. And Zach still at the same way he left the show, just
Right.
more here. And Rocky, that's just I want to see interact is Rocky and Zach
Right. Yeah.
because those two wasn't crossovers before, but the thing about it, they never crossover together
Right.
on the
Yeah.
show.
Yeah. That answered me for sure. Yeah.
Because the thing about it, if they're doing crossovers like this, shoot, they need to do crossovers just the other shows, just with old enemies coming back and stuff like that, and taking over the Earth and stuff like that, just with Ninja Storm and everything and Zeo.
Right.
If they can do that just with other cast members, just with older seasons and newest, that will make real good expansion of the brand. I think, in my opinion, if
I agree. I
if
agree. Yeah.
they can do like movies or old part movies, that would
Right.
actually expand the brand too, and that
Yeah.
could expand the comic books too. I think, in my opinion too.
I agree on that. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Oh yeah, because just I always forget that Zordon just had Trap Rita on the moon. And the thing about it, as a human, I say, why would you open that? Why would you open that?
Uh, They killed cares about her.
Because think about for me, it's closed for a reason. If you see something that's right there, close up, not open, no kind of building around. That should tell you that it's not good. That somebody in there is not good and stuff like that. But that's what that's humans for you.
Yeah,
Humans like be nosy everything. And that was the dumbest decision in Parliament history. I think, in my opinion, that was the dumbest decision in Parliament history is to kill him. Because that's what, if you look at it, that after he died, it still was bad guys up in the universe. It did nothing.
yeah.
His sacrifice did nothing. Because if you look at it, shoot, man, because it still had Wild Force, it still had Grum, Lothar, every, every other bad guy came out at just after Zordon sacrificed himself. And
I
that was
mean, the Morphin Grid is said when the new Ranger created, they always have new villains to face.
okay.
Yeah,
Because the thing about my opinion, which I didn't like about it, but the thing about it in the movies, shoot, um, they need to just not destroy, just not kill him. I think, in my opinion, shoot Zordon just needs to say and just a new mentor somewhere else for them to do it. Just after Zeo, because I know that after In Space they had Terra Venture
yeah,
and stuff like that. And Zordon wanted to die just that easily, I think, in my opinion. But
yeah.
this after In Space, but it seemed like they did, in my opinion, was kind of was bad. And the kind of thing about it, shoot, that's not the normal Lord Zed that's on that's not the human Lord Zed that's on Dino Fury, right? Ain't ain't that the Lord Zed that's separate? Oh, what's up, Mountain?
What's up, bro? I just got
What's
home
up?
from work.
Yeah.
I,
Oh, okay. That
yeah,
we was
I
looking
just
at the
got,
on the new yeah,
yeah.
we was looking at the new news about the on the
Yeah.
Robo Reader. They just like
Oh,
came
yeah?
out. They got a first look of her and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That, that sounds fair.
And for the thing
Uh,
about it, cause the thing about it, where is D? Because the
that's
thing about it,
just
because you
okay.
already know that that Rita.
Well,
Okay.
see, with
Because
the Z Wave changed everyone to good, thanks
yeah.
to the countdown to destruction. So I don't know how they would create another Rita unless there was like a robot, someone that was what was the henchman that was with working with uh um
Okay.
yeah, from Beast Morphers, unless that robot was
Oh.
actually working with that whole thing.
Oh. Okay. But
So,
that the thing about Rita is like ain't she the misstep mother? It wouldn't make no sense for her to turn back evil.
yeah, exactly. Unless they're gonna create evil version by using Scrozzle to create a robot Rita,
Okay.
because Scrozzle is alive and well. So
Oh yeah. Because think about it, if they bring a Robo Rita, that would mean that they would need Beast Morphers, that just in the next crossover.
Right. Help. Yeah.
yeah,
If they
because
bring
Scrozzle is actually and also
and
that's why they will also need Dino
Robo
Fury too,
Plus, he's
or
some
Cosmic
less
Fury.
unique footage, no cinematic footage of it. So yeah,
so
Congrats at getting 5,000 subscribers there, Zoe. Oh,
can y'all hear me?
yep,
yeah, no, yeah, your Wi-Fi, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, by the way,
Because
congrats at getting 5,000 subscribers.
yeah, because the thing about this right here, the thing about the Lord Z thing that kind of confuses me is so like they need to tell us if that's the same Lord Z that was in Zeo, or that's a different timeline because
I think they somehow Strozzo went back in time and recreated, or that magician went back in time. That was a time hopping magician
yeah,
that grabbed. They they're dealing with time travel, I think, in Dino Fury.
yeah. It's a most evil state though, so
because
it's more it's another timeline was evil. I mean,
oh
Hmm.
I don't, yeah,
yeah that I don't think that that's the same Lord Z just from Zeo
no,
because they Zordon already made that Lord Z good. I
right,
think that's a different Lord Z that's in a different timeline.
yeah. I want to say that too.
I
Yeah,
think, in
I
my
mean,
opinion,
no,
because think about it, if you look at Dino Fury, Lord Zed didn't want to be up in the Mighty Morphin timeline where he was at because the Rangers
no,
always was just
beating,
beating them all the time,
yeah,
Yep.
and that's the problem because think about Lord Zed will try to find a timeline when the Rangers is weaker than them and, and just don't know them and stuff like that. Just know his powers and stuff. But the problem is, it's if you see one Lord Zed, you already see the rest of them already. Everything like that, and plus you know his weakness and stuff like that. And his weakness is just his ego, and Lord Zed got a big ego, and we all know
Oh
that.
yeah. Hmm.
And
Oh,
that will always
I'd even say that the Multiverse Ranger could beat Lord Zed in a straight out fight.
yep. Because think about it, if you look at the way Lord Zed fight, Lord Zed Lord Zed fight him like he don't
He fights
like
with power
respect his opponents most of the time.
where where the Multiverse Ranger is more tactical and more battle weary. So if Zed and the Multiverse Ranger actually went head to head, I should actually do like a little thing where I fight Lord Zed in my backstory. Like do like a
Oh
little
yeah.
do like a little training simulation and Draken's Lair since I'm a sort of Lord Draken.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
that'd be a good one.
that's part of my backstory. That I'm the chosen sword for Lord Draken.
And kind of like the bad thing about it that if this little reader we seeing right here, so I'm trying to figure out if this robot reader is gonna have the same power as the original reader, would it have like different types of power? Because the thing about this crossover, shoot, this crossover is gonna have to answer a whole lot of questions.
Yeah.
What the fans got because you tell us that it's an original story, but the thing is, when you look at it, you bring back Rita, you bring back the other Lord Zed and stuff like that, and you bring in new enemies and
Mhm.
making us and making us special known. I think, in my opinion, is actually a good thing. I think, in my opinion, is making it almost an hour. That's actually a good thing, in my opinion.
Well, it would run just as long as like a episode of the Arrow almost.
Yeah, yeah. So
Compare it
and that
to like yeah, which is
yeah,
actually a good thing, like you said, because most of like the CW shows run about 45 minutes each episode.
yeah. But they say this one about 50 minutes, I think, stuff like that.
Well, 45, 50 minutes
50.
plus minutes.
Yeah, yeah, and that'd be a good thing. And when that episode come out, that crossover come out on Netflix, I might do some kind of watch party on it and stuff like that. But the thing is, too, I just can't show it on my computer based on Netflix rules because Netflix will try to take down stuff.
Right, exactly. And I think I will do the same too, because I have Netflix too, and I'm actually happy that Power Rangers are still part of Netflix.
Yeah, yeah, because the thing about it, if Power Ranger was a part of wasn't part of Netflix, Disney sure went to buy it. I know that because they about Disney messed up the last Power Ranger stuff. That's supposed to be a good thing,
Yeah,
and
same
that's the
with
bad.
Nickelodeon. Don't forget Nickelodeon fucked up.
But the thing about Nickelodeon actually tried that to make it good. They actually tried. That
Yeah, but they kind of screwed up with Megaforce and Super Megaforce
yeah,
in
Yes,
in
very bad.
Nickelodeon era.
yeah. And kind of
With
thing
And
about
Russian samurai.
because shoot, man, they try to make it for kids, but the thing is, for me, if they would have had Mega Force on Netflix, it would have been better. I think, in my opinion,
uh,
Yes, it
because
yeah,
would.
because you look
because they
you
were
look because you look
it
at
would
Netflix because you look at
yeah,
Netflix lets you do more stuff with your property.
exactly. And plus still support good shows like The Arrow, like good overall combined shows of like the Arrowverse and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, and kind of like for this, so this reader thing is gonna be like a big question of mine when the episode come out. It's gonna be a big question to see if this robo reader is a spy or not, because that's gonna be a good thing for us to see,
Yeah.
like during the episode.
Yep.
too. Man, because
And
that
it
poster
looks
looked
like they
good.
have Billy as being the leader of right now, which I actually don't mind that. They're taking a new approach too on that, having someone be intelligent and and using his past combat experience to take over.
Be different thing for me. 'Cause because if you look at it, you try to keep stuff the same every time.
Yeah,
But but it kind of sad to me that the fans want everything the same as it was in the original. But I said that you can't keep everything the same because the story got to evolve at some point.
yep. I'm
In
happy
my
that
opinion, though,
Billy's
that just me.
kind of leading the charge, because with Billy being the leader and stuff, it'll actually help for everything.
Yep, yep. Because the thing about me, in my opinion, about that, what I think about this poster look like that it could come out with like a some kind of mini series after the special and show that'd be good.
Oh
I think
yeah,
in my opinion if they can do that.
I agree.
Because if we look at it, shoot, that could be like a real good mini special. I think, in my opinion, a real good one. But the thing about for me, that which I'm starting to see, it seems like some fans get mad at everything.
Uh, yeah, that's usually the case with fandoms.
Helmet shines, you know what I mean? The shine and Rocky helmet, we could have seen like the they in the morphin grid somehow, seen like on the poster. I like the way it shined though, and that's kind of like a good thing in my opinion. And that just me, in my opinion, is what I like about it. But but the thing about me, the on the poster look good though with the guy that the next team got the face. Just what it seemed like to me, this could be like a Um, because think about for me, it seemed like to me, in my opinion, this could be a good thing. In my opinion, it could be like a real good one. I think this bad guy right here could be like a he could be like a Thanos type threat if this team can't stop him, or they do a crossover with other people. But then who is that? That's a new person, or that's somebody that's old that can be upgraded. But c- could that be the big old Machine King's son?
Uh, I think so. I think I don't know. Really.
Because you remember in Zeo, the like the Rangers just had killed the big old Machine King, but the thing is,
Right. Yeah.
it's Summer Living,
Right. Yeah.
and that could be the son
That could be. Yeah.
because that's the son. That means that the Zeo Rangers didn't finish their job.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, hmm. Wait a minute, that's Robo Rita. That don't look like her. I I think your theory might be right. Barcode. This was Stronzo or somebody might be doing this. That came from the Dino Charge. Dino Charge or Beast Morphers. That could be one of his creations. I think some of that. Hmm. Because think about it, if that's Robo Rita, that means that's some type of shucks. That got to be some type of thing. I think, in my opinion, S- some type of creation that the Robo Rita did something up in a different timeline. I think, in my opinion,
Possibly. But yeah.
dang that.
Yeah.
Yes, the big old machine came. I, 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 I think that might be one of the Machine King Sun creations. I think, in my opinion, I think it's his. Because the thing about it, shoot, we already know the father dead. I think that's the son that doing these stuff. I think in my opinion. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious on everything too on this thing that you're showing us.
That they said it might be they said it might be one of Lord Zed creation. They say
Oh, okay.
you could think about it. If Lord Zed made that means that the Cosmic Fairy team just might have some problems on their hand. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If Lord Zed know how to on his own, that's gonna be a problem for everybody himself. He's a problem by himself, Lord Zed. But he stopped making monsters just just on his own. Man, that's actually a bad thing. I think, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Be, because thing about it, shoot, because in my opinion, shoot, I think it might be like I think that Robo Rito might be made by the big old Machine King son that might be plotting his revenge on the Rangers and stuff like that. That's what I think it is. Because them, in my
Right.
opinion, that would make more sense. In my opinion, if it was like it is. Because then about it, it would
Yeah.
make no sense. It would have been Lower Z because look at Lower Z is selfish.
Right.
Lower Z don't love nobody just by himself. And his son he had, where the Rangers had destroyed, I think the son that back in Overdrive. That was the
Yeah.
only son he had, I think, with Rita, the evil one. And then for the thing about it, shoot, that there, and how did the Rangers know that Lower Z had a son? That's what I try to figure out. It didn't make no sense. Knew he had a son. You know what I mean? Because
Yep.
the thing about it, if the Rangers had a son, if if Lower Z had a son, he's those.
Right.
That's what I would think, though. That
Right.
that under the stuff like that. That and stuff like that. That I would know that that Lord Zed and Rita, two two of the most evilest people on earth, had a son. Come on now. Come on now, Zordon. Now that I'll at least tell the Rangers that. In my opinion. It that just me that just me in my opinion about it. But the thing of the other people just I think is a deal for that. But they stuff I don't think that his son is actually dead. I think in my opinion. That was an overdrive during
Right.
the fight.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, bad guys always got the ability to come back for some reason or some kind of sorcerer or somebody bring them back.
Right. Yeah.
In my opinion, up in my opinion, when you look at Zeltrash came back doing the crossover one time, two times. The Frost Man, the Lava Man came back. Luthor came back,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
plus most of the bad guys got the ability to come back as some kind of sorcerer getting the power. In my opinion, that's what I see. Based on the Power Ranger history and stuff like that. Based on Power Ranger history, all bad guys got the ability to come back as some kind of sorcerer bring them back.
Yep.
Of, of my opinion, and the thing about that, um, don't the Power Rangers get stronger that as the longer that they have the power coins and stuff like that and power? I think
I I think somewhat they do, but I'm
especially
not
Rocky.
sure. But since the power coins did get destroyed when at the end of season three, I believe, uh, a part of the Mighty Morphin.
Yeah, Yeah,
because
yeah.
they, yeah,
Because then, by if you look at it, Tommy got stronger the longer his power. You look
yeah,
at
but
Tommy.
Tommy also was given the Master Morpher to the thanks to the morphing masters though.
Because you look at Mega Force, everything like that. When Tommy came back, he was one of the strongest one on the battlefield because Tommy said he always been training and stuff like that.
Yeah,
And Tommy said you always just have to train and train your power and stuff like that you got. Because you look at most of the Rangers team, they got to the end of the seasons and stuff like that, but it seemed like some of them just stopped training. I think, in my opinion, based on them not to be able just to develop their power, because shoot, if you look at everybody coming to crossovers, they like the strongest of their teams. You see, in my opinion, because everybody shoot, they always came back and train and come from crossovers and stuff like that. Because so you look at Time Force West is one of the strongest Rangers. Time Force Paint, Jen. Um, I would say Zeo Gold is one of the strongest Rangers in red.
right.
But but then in my opinion, it's something like I think measure up the Jason, just the Jason Red Ranger power. I think, in my opinion, based on Rock, in my opinion, just not because if you look at it, Rocky was a fighter coming into Mighty Morphin, the second generation.
Yep.
They just didn't make his power serious. Be, because you look at the competition, there was and it was him before they joined the team, and that's what I don't get the reason why that because in my opinion, I would have bring back Rocky inside Ninja Storm. I think just as a teacher assistant, in my
Yeah.
opinion, that what I would do. Cause you know what I mean, it's sound like a some kind of X Rangers that can guide
Well, they could
Tori.
actually somehow like give him a and like another morpher that could like a ninja storm morpher that could give him the power of the eight powers to up the ninja storm team up big time.
Yeah, and and cause shoot, I think this special is more hype than the last one is because if you look at it right now, the on the comic books as Power Rangers it is bringing more people back to the franchise. I think that just the
Yeah,
Boom Studios apartment is bringing the fans back that's older and younger and in between that was looking at the season of Power Rangers stuff like that. That actually bringing them back. I think, in my opinion, the comic books that's actually helping. In my opinion, it is. It's what I think it is helping because then, in my opinion, it's like, shoot, if they make a Power Ranger movie, I think based on the Power Rangers just after Mighty Morphin, I think they might need to go. They might need to go Jason, Billy, the original five first. I think for the first just the Mighty Morphin movie, let's go with the original five first. Because the thing about for me, they need to show the original five fighting putties. I think failing first, and the first thing they failing because they might they don't got their power coins or stuff like that. Then they show them failing and the fight the players first. The things that after they get it, they need to show them succeeding and saving people. But the thing about it, they could like succeed at first, but the thing is, Disney show them just having a hard time before they get the power coins. Just for the first movie, I think, because you look at the Mighty Morphin TV show, that the Rangers had they had succeed in beating the putties, but then it took them a hard way that to beat the putties at first. But then when they got the power coins, it got easier, and they had learned how to fight the putties much better with training. And they kind of like the thing about it, that the thing about it I don't get is like in my opinion, why would Kimberly break up with Tommy anyway, which I don't get, just to like become a singer? I say she do know that Laura Rita is still going after her, right? And for her to be a singer, and that kind of taking chances, I think, in my opinion, with your career. Because the thing about Tommy, shoot, he took a career which was outside, but also that he was low key at that. And that when some of the new arrangers, I think, took that approach too, because it took jobs that was low profile and still made money at the same time. I think, in my opinion, that'd be smart. Because think about it, if you still fighting Rita and stuff like that, I would not, in my opinion, to try to be a singer. In my opinion, she actually succeeded in beating it, but then about me, it's like shoot, I'll probably wait after Zio to be a singer to make sure that is that the big old machine came and his people can't find you, and that would have been better. I think, in my opinion, it could, because think about it. She write a letter to Tommy. I said, wait a minute now, why are you writing a letter to your ex teammate and boyfriend and stuff like that, who you know you just can talk to? I just didn't get that decision in the show, because that's what you look in the comic books. You look in the comic books, when she left Tommy, her life in the comic books didn't went that well. That because then her boyfriend Matt died, didn't it? In one of the timelines,
I believe so, yeah.
and kind of like for me, that was a dumb decision for her to break up with Tommy. Because think about, for me, in the movies, they might need to change that. I think, in my opinion, it sounds like her and Tommy breaking up, because the thing about the only reason why she broke up with him in the show is just because she was leaving the show because of money issues. But that's why in the movie they didn't show those two in my opinion, staying together. Because if you look at it, Kimberly and Tommy, they sound like Superman and Lois. I hate to say it like that, but it's how it is.
Yeah.
Because thing about Catherine, I like everything like that, but that's what she wouldn't have been my first choice. I think, in my opinion, for Tommy, because thing about the because thing about because the only reason why she could get with Tommy is just because Kimberly left him. Because Kimberly didn't leave him, she would have been right there and stuff, in my opinion. But shoot, if that was me, shoot, I would have had just two girlfriends. On that. That's just me. I
Hmm.
would have had two. I would have had two girlfriends at the same time, because that was me. I said Kimberly and Catherine. I say
Yeah.
because I say to him, because you can't go with nobody else, because if you try, Laura Rita just gonna try to kill him, and they can't fight him off, and you might be going at work. If you had kids and anything like that, the housekeeper sure can't um protect them unless they offer some kind of robo night, something like that. Who you keeping there to guard the kids? That's the only way I think that you probably can protect the kids. That's the only way I think that under you can do it. And kind of like the other stuff that shoot that I don't like, that's dealing with the this Power Ranger thing, saying like that's gonna be a big this special right here is gonna be like a big turning point. I think, in my opinion, in the franchise, and because that's just me, that's what I think about it, and that's kind of like me, in my opinion. And it kind of like multiverse. Did you
Yeah,
hear about did you hear about what the writer of just the Quantum Realm movie say about Modok?
what?
He said he said that Modok is just a dumb villain.
How is How is he dumb?
Because he tried to say he looked dumb. He tried to say his name is dumb, and he just a stupid villain. I say, do he read the comic books?
Probably not.
Because that's what he look at the comic books and look at the Marvel Avengers game that came out. I think something like that. He would know that Morlock is evil, and he would try to destroy Earths and plus dimensions just to save himself, everything like that. And plus, the bad thing about this writer, and he tried to say that on the writing just for the Quantum Realm movie was good.
Hmm.
He said the writing was good, and he tried to say that people criticizing it, so like me and you doing like on live stream stuff like that, just criticizing it based on the bad stuff. We don't know, and we actually read the source material. I say, wait a minute, that how you telling us that we don't know that we talking about dealing with villains that you wrote in the movie and stuff like that, and you try to call us dumb just for criticizing just your bad writing? That makes no sense. That that makes no sense in my opinion. To criticize somebody um else because the person didn't like your writing style and stuff in the movie. And the multiverse. Let me ask you something, right? If
Okay.
you finish if you finish T is like Doctor Doom in the movie, right? At just at the end, just at the end or post credit, wouldn't you show the Fantastic Four as well as the heroes that actually
Yeah.
is the catalyst just for the Doctor Doom character?
Yep.
He just he called he called us dumb just for criticizing the movie and saying that that's I put anything in the movie he want to. I say shut now. You can't put anything in the movie now because that's what that um some of them characters was an Ant-Man because you seen that lady that was leading the big old resistance in Quantum Mania or something like that, the lady that was the head over it, that was in the mania, that was up in the Quantum Mania realm,
Yeah.
that look human. She supposed to be an alien in the comic books. She was green.
Hmm.
She supposed to be like Gamora in the movie, and that's what they made her human, a human alien, which kind of got on my
Well,
nerves.
Gamora was a alien in the comic books.
Oh yeah, yeah, I knew about her. That, but the other lady, who was leading the big old resistance up in the quantum mania round, she was green too,
Mhm. Oh,
and
okay.
they made her human.
Hmm.
And that's what I don't get. A song that sound like he would
Hmm.
actually read the comic books of some of these characters that he would know that these characters is aliens mixed with humans, and there's actually different colors of aliens, some green, some blue. Don't try to make it in your own image and stuff like that. And put think about it, we can go back and we can go back to the source material and pick it out what you did wrong just that easily, and that's bad. And
That's
this same man puts you right in for the next Avengers movie. That's the problem. Be, because the thing about it, shoot, because if you look at that Quantum Mania movie, he don't explain about the timeline. He don't explain just how the Quantum Mania came to be and stuff like that. They just see like an evil king just try to steal stuff, just try to kill people, and that's what that because shoot, they don't even explain the reason why it's all these Kanes running around inside that movie, and Kane don't even explain it. And Jonathan Majors, he was the good part of the movie. I actually like him in the movie. I like him though. He was actually good in the movie, but the thing about it that on the stuff they give him wasn't the best. I think in
Yeah,
my
how could written the story for you?
because you look at the way he carried that second half of the movie, he carried that movie by himself. He carried that second
For
half of the
yeah,
movie so hard. I said, God, though. Art that the Ant Man character even was bad in the second part, and his daughter, I didn't like her, and she
yeah,
been bad either. And plus, Michelle Pfeiffer character, I like her, but the thing is, she was a hoe down there. Hank Pym, he dumb enough that he dumb enough to let Casey Ant Man daughter to work with him just on a quantum realm thing, which to sing a signal just the quantum realm, which is the dumbest thing in the world, without research. Why would you make a machine that could sing signals to another world, which you don't even do research on? That's the dumbest thing in the world to me. I think, in my opinion,
yeah.
that's dumb.
yep. Okay, on that. Super known for that.
Because you look at the comic book Hank Pym compared to this Hank Pym, the comic book Hank Pym would never let Ant Man daughter just get close to that machine and help him with it. I say, come on now, that junk don't make sense. That just me in my opinion. And play, you seen the Oscars or something like that? Everybody talking about the Oscars, everything like that. And Jimmy Lee Curtis
Never
won
haven't bothered watching the Oscars.
because the thing about it that Jimmy Lee Curtis, I like her, but the thing is, shoot, she shouldn't have won that Oscar. I think, in my opinion, she shouldn't have won it. Cause I like everything like that, but the thing about it, shoot, she shouldn't have. In my opinion, she should that based on the role she had, she shouldn't have won it. I think, in my opinion, and
What movie was that for Jamie Lee Curtis? Was that
everything is every
a movie?
it was some kind of indie movie. This thing,
Oh,
and the bad thing about it is it sounded like the movie she won the award for. She was actually better um up in the first Michael Myers reboot movie, just in that movie. Cause I saw that movie, she wasn't even the best. How can I say this? She wasn't even the best supporting actress in that movie when she won the Oscar for. And that's kind of bad because you look at it. Just Will Smith won his Oscar. Sure, you cannot say that on the Will Smith wasn't the best in that movie. Everybody, everybody, in my opinion, that won Oscars was the best lead or the best supporting actress or actor in that movie when they won it at that time and stuff like that. And that was some, and that was something, in my opinion, that just don't get sometimes based on the Oscars because everybody it's the Oscars political or something because it would seem like be because the Oscars might be political, but I'm not sure. And that's kind of like the bad thing that I don't like half the time dealing with the Oscars and stuff like that. And and kind of like for me, just for somebody to say that the Oscar that actually won and stuff like that, that's actually a bad thing, in my opinion. And the Oscars actually could win. And and kind of like that, and kind of like my opinion. Let me ask you this, multiverse. Who do you think that on the future is good for Marvel or just DC?
I say DC because they're actually following from source material.
Yeah, shoot. I think the same thing, but the thing is, shoot, I think the Marvel universe could get back on track, but the thing is, it's like they need to stop being political in their movies and shows. I think in my opinion, if you can choose about three or four characters just for DC to do in the future, which one would you pick? It could be new or old characters if you want it. If DC people is listening, that what will be the three or four characters that you just will want that want them to work on in the future? Um, do you have about three or four characters barcode when you think DC just could work on the future? You just had choice to. Oh, barcode. Do you know three or four characters that DC probably can do in the future if you just had choice to do it? Everything else like that, or multiverse. Uh, either y'all can
Yeah,
go. What
and
would be your three or four characters that you just were telling them to work on? You just had a choice to do it.
well, for DC, I wouldn't mind seeing a live action Green Arrow,
Okay.
seeing a actual full fledged Green Arrow movie. Uh, I would probably say, um, probably do a. I know that they're doing a Blue Beetle movie,
Yeah.
and let's see what else. Let's see. Let's do a Zantana movie and another Constantine movie.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. Then. Okay. Barcode. Do you got the three or four characters in the future what DC can do if you had choice?
Um, three or four characters. Our first one is Booster Gold,
Okay.
Frank Joan Hex,
Oh, okay.
and um, I guess Brainiac 5, right?
Okay. Okay. Oh
Or
yeah.
something
Oh
like
yeah. Because shoot, if you bring in Brainiac, that bring in the whole Justice League. That bring in Superman, Wonder Woman,
yeah.
Martial Manhunter, everybody
Yeah.
onto the thing, everything like that.
Yeah.
But my three or four that I would do is since they're doing Superman already, I can't say that
Right.
one. I would do like a Teen Titans movie.
Oh, that's good.
Be,
Live
be,
action. Okay.
because you need a second team just in case the Justice League is busy.
Right. Yeah.
And plus, my next one would have been, how can I say this? Um, the Flash movie, the Flash Two.
Right.
Since they're doing the Flash multiverse movie right now, and then I would
Mm-hmm.
do like another Superman just for Superman, Earth Two, Earth Two
Oh.
Superman movie, Valzar. Be, because you got to remember, that on the Matt Reeves Batman is already Earth Two
Right. So yeah.
in the DC universe, and you would need a Superman for that universe as well. You look at the comic books, the Earth 2 was the Valzard or Kevin Allen Superman. You can
Correct.
use either one.
Yeah.
That would be my second one. And my fourth one would have been, how can I say, dang. Because shoot, they're already doing Shazam already. But my next one would have been like another Black Adam movie.
Okay.
Because think about it, because sure, you do another Black Adam movie that can cross over just for Shazam 3, and bring those two together and bring in bring in the Rock, Henry Cavill, and put Zachary Levi. Because like the Black Adam we got, Shazam can't handle that Black Adam. He got any help.
Yeah.
Because that Black Adam was willing to kill the
Yeah.
the one that the Rock guy. And that's the same way that on the Black Adam is up in the comic books. Black Adam is willing to kill. Rather you like it or not, Black Adam is willing to kill, in my opinion. And for the thing about it, I just don't get how the Marvel people is like complaining about special effects in Black Adam, and half their phase 4 movies, their special effects is not even finished.
Yeah.
And plus, like the Black Adam special effects look better than most of Phase 4, and that's sad.
Yeah. Very sad.
Because that one movie action, the Black Adam got, that just show Black Adam power more than Phase 4 heroes by themselves, and that's sad. And that's sad in my opinion. That I'm just gonna say that one movie, Black Adam, just got better special effects than the whole Phase 4. And for the thing about I don't want to say that, but it's true. Because so you look at the news coming out just from the Marvel universe, everything like the people that do special effects for Marvel, they said that the big old director and writer changed stuff. Yeah, because they said the Marvel people keep on changing stuff at the last minute, expect them to make good special effects in a movie. I said that won't do most of the time. If you look at it, that would not do. Because then people might not like it, everything like that. But that's what, if you making a movie and you want to change stuff, you're supposed to at least give those VX people at least about 2 weeks to work on it for special effects, everything like that. And kind of seem like the Marvel people is not doing that. And but the people are kind of like, in my opinion, disturbing it. I think, in my opinion, they're not. And did you see that Flash episode with the on that Batgirl, I think something like that with Evil?
Oh,
the
Red
Flash?
Death, yes.
I did not like that line she said, bro. That line got on my nerves. I said, why?
Yeah,
Why
reference
this?
to other Batman movies, yeah.
because I look at that, I say, why couldn't it give her just her own line that she could say that just to make her stand out?
Yeah.
Because even though but the comic books, Red Death is a man
Yeah. She killed
Yeah.
one person. That's it. She just literally killed one person,
dealing
but
with
it's a boyfriend. Yeah.
the universe. I think,
Yeah. It's definitely Cameron, but
yeah,
I won't
because
figure
think
out
about it,
the
shoot
universe.
that and they kind of think about the Flash get on my nerves. I keep on saying, how in the world is Flash keep on getting beat by all these just by all these amateur speedsters? I say, come on now, he should be beating these
Writing.
people just with
Writing. That's
ease.
why.
I hate
Beginning
that
of
jump.
season is so good. It leads to powerfully out.
Because the
It's
thing
good.
about it, shoot that because just shoot that they need to have Flash lose because of his choices he make. Uh,
Yeah.
the choices is just instead of saying that the villain is stronger than him. I say
Right.
because just we know the Red Death is stronger in the comic books, but that's what they never show it in the show.
Yeah. I mean, to condense
The-
13 episodes. That's why. Condense 13
But
episodes.
but if you look at it, shoot, if they wanted to hype up the Red Death, they should have been teasing them throughout the season and just showing her or him killing different heroes that supposed to be powerful up in that earth, and that would have been a good way to hype up that villain.
I mean, they
Yeah.
imagine Red Death and for Free Kaiser in season 5. But that's it. The name drop. That's it.
Yeah, but if you look at it, Salvatore and Zoom was hype up better than this
Yeah.
when she came in because the thing about it, so just for season 9, I would have saved Zoom or Salvatore just for this season. I think they ended.
Yeah. Yeah. They will do that when all the species are back. Yeah. The leak photos. Yeah.
Yeah, because if you look at it, sure you can't travel too many times to the past without the speedsters, guardians, I think something like that, or deaf people that just coming to
Mm.
get you.
Yeah. I
It
mean, Copo Blue would do that. I mean,
yeah, it's some kind of guard. I think that the Speed Force got. If you try to travel too much in time, they would have something to get you. I think something like that.
yeah.
If you try to break the rules of the time traveling, something like that, it's
But
some kind of
yeah.
rules thing.
Like, plus,
What?
the leak photo show will refresh me back, but in season 8 got destroyed. So yeah.
Yeah,
Back to them.
because if you look at it,
One of them
too,
is super.
because even look at the Red Death, what she was doing, what she was saying. She was saying that she would go on back to different timelines and killing people. I keep on saying is how can she go back in time, kill people, and none of the Flash, the mentors, just try to catch her? That makes no sense because that's
Yeah.
what
Exactly.
I
be,
mean, just try to make sense of comics. I mean, when Batman rolled because lost everything, so she didn't have to become the Flash, so she made her suit based off the Flash speed, and
because
yeah,
you look at an early season of Flash. Flash
Well,
messed
do not
around.
forget, and I believe it was season 3 or
I
one.
think 3 or 4.
Uh, yeah, season 3 when Flash created the Flashpoint,
what?
and
Flash.
and
What made me Flashpoint?
uh,
It's season 3.
I thought that was 4.
No,
no,
4 was
season
no.
4 was dealing with the Thinker.
Oh yeah,
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 season
yeah,
3 is
yeah.
Flashpoint. Beginning of the Flashpoint.
Okay, okay.
You mean Flashpoint with Armageddon? I mean,
Then you look at the on the rules of the speedsters. The speedster rules is you can't travel too far back to too many times without the Flash Force
Without
bringing in balance.
speed race.
it's
Do not
it's
forget the Dementor looking things.
Yeah, but not the new Speed Force. I mean, the old people got die, right? Right there. I
yeah.
mean,
Um,
If you use it too much, that on that mess with your body too.
yeah.
Because think about it, that on the Speed Force never would have messed with Superman based on the body type he got because they his body and stuff he is Kryptonian. He can take the Speed Force. He not the problem. The problem is the speedsters that's humans
yeah.
that try to travel back in time.
No meta
I
humans.
yeah. I mean, in
They're
the
meta
leaked photos
humans.
in the season 9 episode, like 11 or 13, showed all the speedsters would bear the Flash be going to the present by Cobalt Blue, Godspeed, Reverse Flash, Savitar with the red color, Zoom,
Yeah,
and
and
for Angel
didn't
with Black Flash.
Deathstroke was part of Speed Force one time?
Uh, then I want to probably
Of
comics.
yeah, the comic books I saw him, but the
Probably.
thing about it is why didn't the Bill Dementor chase after her on the show? And this season because that made no sense. We could have traveled after Dawn, they travel after Zoom, Saboteur.
Well, don't forget, Reverse Flash did do like a reverse flashpoint
Yes,
thing.
Armageddon. Yes,
Yeah,
Armageddon season 8. Right.
Armageddon.
But they did mention Lady in Red though. We read that, but she went another timeline, so very confused on that.
But Big old Dementors still found him though at the end of the day, and still caught him. It caught up with him at the end of the day, just for him to try to
Well, well,
mess with the time.
Flash took away his speed too. Don't forget.
I mean, Red Devil was artificial though, not organic though, from a suit.
But the thing, the Red Death is like they never measure how fast she was at first though. They just been saying that she was traveling at times and stuff. You know what I mean? That she was trying real fast. But the thing is, I always thought that Barry was faster than her. I said, wait a minute now. They keep on making Barry flash too fat too slow. I think in my
Because
opinion.
artificial is Speed Force. That's why I'm assuming.
That
Sounds like
the but the thing is they man and know how to neutralize her force in less than 5 minutes. Just when Batwoman came in, I said, "Hey, wait a minute now. You telling me, you telling me this Batwoman just can come in, that just do a battle ring that's specially made just for speed search to slow her down? That make no sense because if you look at it,
I
you would think Flash can do that."
yeah, but her share appearance be so weird. But say we're missing, but she come back. Well, no reason to be missing though. No reason though. How she be missing?
Yeah. That they said Batwoman was missing for a while. But the thing is that you would think that Flash was smart enough to make a weapon or something like that for him to be able to travel and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's not really though. She have a suit.
Yeah,
Never.
but yeah, that's kind of like the writing too. I think just to make Batgirl Batwoman shine too at the same time. That's kind of
It's just
writing
her
in the
Yeah.
show.
using speed, not the real speed force. So yeah,
Yeah, because like for me, because me, in my opinion, if I was writing that show and she was using the Speed Force, artificial or not, I would have made I would have made her, in my opinion, I just have made her opinions and and just her affinity of getting speed to be her downfall because that's what if she try to get too much speed, the big old Dementors on just the Speed Force just would get her. like they did
Yeah.
Saboteur, Zoom, and everybody else. That try to get too much speed
I mean, yeah, they will come back and do photos though. Yeah.
because that would be a good thing. I think, in my opinion, that'd be a real good thing, in my opinion, if they can do that.
Yeah, but the in the league for the day will be back by Cobalt Blue.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and
plus Angie
how
said plus will be color be red, so blue. Probably
and
negative speed for.
and this that yeah because the thing about it, shoot, I also like Superman Lois. The Superman Lois show is pretty good.
Yeah, so I finished season one already, season three, episode one already.
Yeah, I'm on season 2 right now of Superman Lois,
Ah,
but
be careful. Wait, what episode though?
on episode 2 of season.
Ooh, ooh, be careful. I'll give it a spoiler alert. Bizarre over there.
Okay,
Yeah, that's all I'm
okay,
gonna say right now.
because because think about that after I finish season 1 and 2 of Superman Lois, I will do a stream doing my big old just
Oh,
my review of it after I finish.
you need to be careful. Right now, I just finished season three of Lost Super and Lost episode one.
It was on season 3.
Yeah, I just watch it while I'm watching while we're talking about it. Yeah,
Oh, okay. And
yeah,
I'm on season 2, but season 1, I finished season 1 because shoot, the time for me, I look at seasons. I like to look at seasons 2 times to make sure that I just can retain some of it
right. Also,
that I
also,
missed.
in
Yeah,
season
I'm on
three,
season.
they will place John Kent as an
Okay.
actor because they have issues. So yeah, good actor play. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, because that Superman and Lois show actually just actually surprised me and actually been good
yeah,
because everybody shoot the benchmark of Superman shows is Smallville.
right.
The 10 years of Smallville sound like the benchmark of Superman shows.
And also,
Yeah,
Superman Lois director is the Emma Johnson. Yeah, my Pink Ranger. They direct Superman Lois episode 3, season 3.
and kind of thing about it, shoot, because thing about it, shoot, I want to see Keanu Reeves come back into DC and just do Constantine after the first Constantine movie.
Right.
Be, because of the first Constantine movie wasn't just that bad. The same amount of technology they got now. Sure that what they need to make a Constantine will be good and show.
Right.
Now they could. Because think about it, if you bring Constantine, they could bring in a big old Zantana just at the end of the movie and tease her.
Right.
Because if you look at Zantana and plus Constantine always be like working together most of the time and stuff like they look at the comic books. Then we have a Zantana half of the time, Zantana, Constantine, Brother Blood, Swamp Thing, and having that Swamp Thing in the first part and up in the first part of the slate is excellent in my opinion. Because think about it, if you
Right.
could
Yeah.
bring a Swamp Thing inside of DC, that opened the door to Constantine
Right. Yeah.
and stuff like that. And did anybody see any of the John Wick movies? How many of them did you see?
I think I've seen maybe at least two of them.
Okay, because like on my big old community post I got, shoot, I got a question saying that y'all got favorite John Wick character or which John Wick y'all like the best because my best one the first one is cool but the fourth one is better. if you look at it, each John Wick get better than the last, based on story and everything else like that, and expanding. But if you look at it, John Wick it is like the only story I see that's not superhero, which actually expand this world and have action at the same time, and just don't sound dumb. Because you look at the first John Wick movie they had, shoot, they had like how could I say that on the first John Wick movie was basic. They had a hotel, they had a dog, and him just killing people over the dog and plus following the rules just to be a hotel and stuff like that. And ask for help. The second movie John Wick actually expanded. They actually expand the hotel, the rules, everything like that, what you can do or not. The third John Wick movie, the third and fourth one is better because if you look at it, the some of the hit people at council actually, in my opinion, just have betrayed him. That we could have tell him to kill somebody, I think, in the third and fourth one, I think that one of his old friends tell him to kill, but so he couldn't do it. It was the old friend had killed herself in the John Wick movie, I think, in the third and fourth one. But such in my opinion, shoot, they need to and play. You see the trailer just for the fourth John Wick movie? Donnie Yen is in it. Did anybody see the trailer just for the fourth John Wick movie?
No, I haven't yet.
The the trailer actually good because if you look at it, it seemed like John Wick might need some help dealing with this one because if you look at it, it seemed like the table just had betrayed John Wick in their third, fourth movie. That just after like he did his job but the people still try to kill him. I said, wait a minute now. You expect the man to follow your rules up in a hotel and put this man, that part of the table, and just like betraying everybody. John Wick wouldn't care about him. But stand by for me, if it was somebody closer to John Wick and they would have betrayed him like that, he probably would have left the business, I think, in my opinion, besides his wife. Because like the only reason why he didn't show that hotel up is because of the front desk person he liked, and plus the other man who raised him. Um, who was over the Continental, or was he the one that trained him? Is that the man that trained him? That was and that was up in the Continental Hotel. Did he train him or something? Because
Yeah.
it's what it seemed like. Because those two close, because they're closer than most people that I see up in that movie. Because think about it, shoot, that man must have raised a lot of people. That's in the hitman business and stuff like that. So that's what I see most of the time, though. And kind of like the John Wick series, I think it could make two more because if you look at it, he killed everybody that's at the high table. John Wick really could reset the whole game. If you look at it, he really could reset it if he killed the right people. And that's why everybody that's part of the table that's dirty, because things they already know if he actually survived this and everybody at the table can't kill him, that's gonna be a problem and stuff like that. Because that's what because they don't call him the Baba Yaga for no reason. Because
Yeah.
because there's he able to hide in the shadows, and that were the people that are people over the table just that fail to realize just by trying to kill him. I keep on saying, Thomas, the man was retired. Should you force the man to kill somebody who he didn't want to kill, but he came to do it? He couldn't do it because the lady already just had cut herself. They're doing just doing the conversation. He left the room. They think it because the bodyguards, everybody thinking he killed her. I said, which don't make no sense because everybody, if the bodyguards actually look just at just at just at her arms and stuff like that, that they will know that the wounds were self-inflicted. Because the bodyguard just assumed that it was John Wick that did it. I said, come on, man. How that don't make sense in my opinion. The bodyguards do that, but the thing is that's part of their job though, just to protect. And kind of like and kind of like in my opinion, the John Wick series I think is actually better than some Marvel movies now, which is sad for me to say. It's so sad because that's what if you look at the John Wick series actually expand and they actually explain what happened during the movie.
Right. Yeah.
And kind of like the Marvel movies and shows, so you can't really say that.
Yeah.
It's the because like the Marvel universe seems like it's in this cooperation stuff in it, and kind of like the Bob Iger is actually saying that that Marvel might not be at its best. I say, did you not figure it out? But the thing about my opinion about it, it sounds like that is Kevin Feige's job. That is just make sure the universe is just in check.
Yeah.
Make sure the writing good. Make sure the writing decent. Everything like that. It seems like he's not doing. He just ain't doing that. Which kind of, my opinion, gets on my nerves most of the time. Because thing about it, in my opinion, because these same Marvel people that kind of give Marvel movie passes based on certain stuff they see in a movie, like on special effects. If this was a DC movie or a DC show or a new DC show, they would have been criticizing it like it's nothing. Because if they would have been criticizing it would have been saying it sucked. It would have said storytelling ain't good. It would have said the writing ain't good. And it seemed like the people like on YouTube and TikTok who supposed to be comic book writers and book people, they actually saying the movie is good. I say if y'all see the same movie I saw and y'all saying this movie good, y'all might need to explain yourself on that because I saw that movie and that movie didn't make sense. It did not make sense in my opinion. It didn't. And kind of like in my opinion, and kind of like for anybody that's listening to it, if y'all got some kind of explanation, the reason why this movie good or not, y'all can put it in the chat after stream over and stuff like that. But the thing about for me, it sounds like in my opinion, if Netflix, in my opinion, that could make another good action franchise, sounds like Extraction, just with Chris Hemsworth and somebody else probably can do one. Sound like Scott Atkins got some stuff on Netflix. If they could bring other franchises, I think in my opinion, if they can do that, that could be a good thing. I think Netflix should start. Cause you know what I mean? It's sound like Netflix should start their own action franchises and put in theaters and stuff like that, which actually be a good thing in my opinion. But if you look at it, shoot, the Fast and Furious is actually a good one too. Because the action franchise, I like Fast and Furious. I like Extractions that's on Netflix.
Yeah,
Because
but
Hey, you can go ahead. You go ahead.
But with the past series, Dwayne and Ben are having a feud.
The but the thing about The Rock, I think his beef with Vin is solid. Vin don't be on time for stuff because then Vin think, I think in my opinion, for some people opinion, what I be hearing, sound like that on The Rock like being on time because cause that's what he be busy. The Rock be busy most of the time, everything like that. Yeah, he got places to be and stuff like that. And kind of like for me, in my opinion, if they can do that, if they can do that, in my opinion, something like that, and just be different, and that'd be a good thing. I think, in my opinion, if they can do that and stuff like that. But it kind of seems like, in my opinion, the problem with the franchise, I think, in my opinion, is it's just not The Rock himself. It's just like the people that's in between that are making the movies. Because that's what, if you a director and you see an actor keep on coming on set late all the time, you gotta be able to tell that actor to be on time somewhat.
Yep.
Be- Because the thing about it, so that actor might be the star, but come on now, you gotta be able to tell that actor not to do it all the time. And that was the wrong problem, I think, with him, with Vin Diesel. Because just, I think, in my opinion, if Vin Diesel was an actor that be on time most of the time, the Rock wouldn't have no trouble. Because you look at the Black Adam movies he did, the Black Adam, Hobbs and Shaw stuff he did, you, you did not hear no type of beef or nothing that's coming from the movie. It, 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 it only came in just when Vin Diesel came at Fast and Furious stuff for that and hired him for Fast and Furious 6 or 5 or something like that. Because shoot, I'll keep on saying to myself, I say, why would The Rock be mad at Vin Diesel? Knowing him, it got to be time or something like that. And I was right. I was right about the beef. Because think about it, that on The Rock usually a wrestler, if you know, he usually a wrestler, and plus wrestlers have to know how to multitask and be on time most of the time. That's what I that's what I know about wrestlers because shoot, wrestlers can't be late most of the time just for stuff. And that when they learn how to manage time and stuff like that, manage time, what they do, and kind of like for me, in my opinion, shoot that be, because I want to see that house because thing about it, shoot, I want to see who behind that voice and Hobbs and Shaw. Because you seen with Hobbs and Shaw the first one
Yep.
because if
There's
you
so
look at,
far only been one now.
yeah, but the thing is too that I think a second one is coming, but the thing is they will try to finish Fast and Furious 10 Part 1 just before that he can make that next one because you know that Jason Statham is in a night is in the 10th um is in the 10th Fast and Furious one on Part 1. And put the thing about it, shoot, I want to see, in my opinion, who behind that voice of the Fast and Furious series, stuff like that. Because if you look at it, shoot, I want to see the voice. I want to see. I just want to see who part of it. Because if you look at it, that should that House and Shaw organization that was bad, so that can't be run just by one person. That got to be run by some kind of um committee. I think at least by 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, they organize the army, they organize the money, they organize everything that's going on there. that can't be a one person organization, in my opinion. Because so if you look at it, shoot, I think it's some kind of multi-layer organization. I think some of that is something like Hobbs Shaw probably just got to break down just until the head man come out, which I think in my opinion might happen. Because if you look at it, should they need to see Hobbs and Shaw too need to be about um need to be about Hobbs and Shaw finding the void. How you see that stuff like that, and I think in my opinion that be a good thing. But think about for me and about this um thing about this Fast and Furious 10 Part 1, shoot, I think this might be one of the best movies, I think, just out of the Fast and Furious franchise. Because everybody shoot, it's hard to find really good ones part of this franchise because it's good ones, but it's good ones, then it's bad ones, then some average.
Yep.
But the problem is, in my opinion, is seeing like John Wick and Fast and Furious just do what the fans want, but the Marvel MCU is not, which I don't get. Because if we look at it, the Marvel fans is asking for the Fantastic Four and X-Men, and 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 plus that's what all we get. We just get Doctor Doom. I know that Doctor Doom coming because of the Fantastic Four. This should show the Fantastic Four instead of Doctor Doom. But just in my opinion, that would be a good thing. But for everybody else, it might not. But everybody's different though. But everybody different in what they want. Everything that from a movie. But it seems like the MCU fans, they like a whole different set of crazy. In my opinion, for some of them, time for like defending movies because shoot, because man, you can't criticize certain movies if you try. You notice
Yep.
that just like certain movies in MCU, if they like it, you can't even criticize it if you want to. You can't even criticize certain movies because shoot, Christian, I keep asking myself, I say, why can't I criticize this movie? And that's what I got it. It, it is because it Disney, in my opinion, just I see as MCU, it's right. Don't try to question it, everything like that. Which for me, I will always question stuff based on comic books or not. Because anybody, if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it don't, it don't. And that's kind of like me, in my opinion. And that's just how I am about movies, shows, everything else like that. I would kind of question it. But that's just me.
Yeah,
And
I agree
it,
with that.
and it kind of like DC and DC says should they put promo stuff out just for Blue Beetle and think about for me just by showing just by showing that they're doing Blue Beetle promo art. That's actually a sad thing for Marvel because I keep on saying I say wait a minute now how how can a
Oh yeah,
movie
did you
open
hear
Blue
that the Suicide Squad game is delayed till next year too?
which one?
The Suicide Squad game that they were supposed to come out is delayed till next year.
And that might be a good thing. I think, in my opinion, that might be a good thing because that's what if you try to put out a game that is that's too unfinished. I think, in my opinion, that, that might be a bad thing, in my opinion. But everybody
Yeah.
different because if you look at the Witcher game, shoot the last two Witcher games was like they was like delayed for about 4 or 5 months, and that's what just when the game came out, the game was good, the game was polished, and people bought it and stuff like
Well,
that.
I know I haven't been able to play Gotham Knights because I don't have a PS5. I'm hoping that they're gonna eventually come out for Gotham Knights for Xbox sometime.
Yeah, because because shoot, the thing I try to find a new Xbox though, the big one, the big Xbox, the Xbox Scarlet, I think something like that. Not the digital one. I don't like the digital Xbox. I just like the big one. Because the big one you still can put like physical CDs in it and stuff like that. Physical CDs,
Yeah.
DVD, 4K, everything in it. And kind of like for the PlayStation people, I feel sorry for them. In my opinion,
Well, there's
because
only
like
a few games for PlayStation that I have, like the God of War and God of War Ragnarok,
yeah,
just to name a few.
yeah, because the thing about it, because the last PlayStation I had before I bring back was the PlayStation 4. That's the last PlayStation I had was PlayStation
Yeah.
4 because like the PS4 I had, it couldn't play DVD and stuff. And I said, no, mind, I'll bring it back. I brought that junk back just
Actually,
for the Xbox and
well,
be
PS4 can play DVDs and Blu-ray.
no. I talk about the very first one I had. It couldn't do it. This thing. They
Um,
had just now got it to do DVD and Blu-ray and stuff like that.
yeah.
Because like the first versions couldn't do it. Because they say for like the PS3 something like that, they was hyping them up talk song. It could play Blu-ray just for the PS3 stuff like that. I put in Blu-ray DVD. Man, that junk could even play the whole thing. I said no man, I was done. Because like the only DVDs I put on my PS3 was like the was like the regular DVDs. That's it.
Yeah.
Because like the Blu-ray, I put it inside the Xbox. That's what I did. And it kind of like the bad thing about it in time for streaming, the on the Xbox worked better on 4K than just in PlayStation unless you got the on the latest unless you got the latest setup or something like that. Yeah, everything's like that's what I be seeing. Unless you got the latest setup, then you're done. Because the thing about for me, shoot, that because I, I just got by the keyboard. I got the keyboard already. I got the keyboard and mouse because the only thing I need is the monitor and plus the PC thing, something like that. To be able to
Well, the
stream.
monitor, I think the monitor will be equivalent to basically a good Thanos, but if they put like if they also include the empty monitor, that can they could do like another Crisis on Infinity Earths for a live action movie.
Okay, okay. Because the thing about DC is it sound like DC don't kill all the villains in one movie. DC actually
No,
arrest some of them and put them in jail. Marvel killed their villains unless their villains is some kind of C tier villain because shoot those are the only villains that go to
don't
jail.
forget. Well, Loki didn't die till Avengers uh, uh,
Infinity War.
Infinity War.
Yeah, the thing about it shoot that and that Loki is not even dead no more.
No,
Because it went back to 2014 and got him just before
yep.
Infinity War happened. And but the kind of things sound like should that probably could change some stuff that happened in the Infinity War thing too. If Loki in there, because if you look at it, that Hawk was losing. The Hawk was winning and stuff like that. Um, just until Thanos just got serious and stuff like that. That's what I be seeing based on heroes, villains, and everything else like that. That's what I be seeing most of the time. Because that is my opinion. I be seeing because Thanos I seeing that was beating up the Hawk. I say, wait a minute now, half the Avengers just should have died up in Wakanda. Because look at it, shoot, Captain America should have died. Black Panther wasn't dying off no punch because of his suit. Bruce Banner should have died. Hawkman, everybody should have died. But everybody should have died just by Wanda and Black Panther. That's it. Those are the only two that died. That no, that shouldn't die. Is Wanda and Black Panther because of his suit. Just can take certain amount of punches and stuff like that. But the thing about the Infinity War scene, where I don't get, how was he struggling against Captain America? I say Captain America's strong, but God, dog, he's not that strong. The last time I checked.
Yeah.
Because the thing about it, shoot, that it seemed like this Thanos that was an Infinity War wasn't as evil as the one that was the comic books because shoot, he was one of the comic books. Everybody dying up in that scene.
Yeah.
And that just means, in my opinion, that because the Infinity War movie is good, but the Endgame movie is better and the Infinity War, in my opinion.
Yeah, Endgame was better than Infinity War. I'll say that much. But the only
Yep.
thing that kind of made it lackluster was Captain Marvel.
I said that. I said that because I said if her movie would have been bad, nobody would have been hyped to see her movie then. I said, no, mind, I'm done. Because that's what I seen her movie. Her movie wasn't good, and they just put her in Endgame, and that's this the problem. She was better in Endgame, and that's her own movie. She was a better character in Infinity War Endgame than she was in 1 or 2 hours of her own movie. The Russo brothers did her better. Just with that. Could you look at Endgame? Shoot, she wasn't as cocky. She wasn't as cold hearted and stuff like that. And Endgame and stuff like that.
Yep.
Which was kind of like, in my opinion, disappointed me in Endgame than her movie. Because I keep on saying, I say, wait a minute now. She more humble in Endgame than she was up in her own movie. And kind of like the bad thing about her movie is so like she made Ronan, just the accuser, run away because because she clapped her fist. I said that won't make no sense because if you look at it, he had a hammer with the Infinity Stones.
Right.
I I just don't get it because if you look at it, shoot, he wouldn't be running for no Captain Marvel just with no stones. He got a hammer just with stones on him. That makes no sense, in my opinion. Though. So that's just me, in my opinion. That's what I think. That won't make no sense. And kind of like for me that and kind of like for me in the next Marvels movie, shoot, they need to find a way to bring back some of her own villains. I think, in my opinion, sound like some of the old Creeds, the Super Creeds and stuff like that. And then they need they need to show some of the aliens killing people. And please, and Marvel needs to start showing some of the Kree people doing the secret invasion, killing people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you look at it, Marvel, in my opinion, is too scared to show violence on certain stuff.
Yeah.
But that's what I noticed. But nothing. If Captain Marvel was in DC, she wouldn't have been just that cocky in that movie.
Yeah. Right.
Because damn about it, shoot. I like the Miss Marvel character better than Captain Marvel because things when
She
she switched,
learned.
she was more humble at Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
She was more humble. She was willing to help people. She didn't think that she was better than anybody. As Miss Marvel and other names. Before she changed to Captain Marvel, because the thing is, when she changed to Captain Marvel, I said, God,
Yeah.
this character about to go down the drain, and I was right. I was right. They made that Captain Marvel just some bad stories. Because think about it, should they made her make up excuses the reason why she failed missions, and she caused Civil War two, Civil War Part Two,
Yeah.
because her attitude, because like Tony, everybody that was Avengers before her, what I tell her is that you can't use visions that people are using that don't happen. Because thing is, the visions are just like a big old it's
Dreams.
just like a big old sound like dark side. I mean, rest of the other just like doing a timeline that was different. That's what I be seeing. And plus the thing about it, understand my opinion. Some character on why can't she look up to a selfish hero? Which I think, in my opinion, that's her choice. But the thing is, I want to look up to her as a hero, in my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like
Agree
a
to you.
hero, because then she's not a good hero to look up to, in my opinion. But everybody different on that. But some people just might think it's a good one. Some people think it's not. And and kind of like for me, if they do make a Fantastic Four movie, they need to make it at least just explain the
Better.
origins
Better. Better.
and how they train it. That because
Right. If they don't make it fail,
you just
movie.
can't do it. You try to make it show, but the thing is, the real Fantastic Four, the Fantastic Four will get to be at least for 2 hours. That
Yes.
just to make
And
a decent movie.
at least
Just
with
make
that.
about 2 hours or something. I make about 2 hours and 15 minutes. That be like good time to be like the show just how all of them met, how they went to space, just how the Doctor Doom man actually hiding the secret of him doing the space and stuff like that, and them fighting them, and plus in the movie they can show the tease of the X-Men. Because then for me, I
Yes.
would tease Professor Xavier at the end of the big old Fantastic Four movie, just for Cyclops beside him. Because then for me, if you want to get the X-Men fans back, especially the OGs, bring just, just just bring in Professor Xavier and Cyclops right there, and Storm if she did, and stuff like that. Because because the only thing that I'm worried about Marvel doing with the X Men is it sound like the suits they gotta wear, and plus, what type of special effects is gonna be good or not. That's doing on movies.
Yeah.
Because think about for me, shoot, then make them X-Men movie Fantastic Four. Because the thing about it, shoot, because just in my opinion, sure, you can't do a real good Fantastic Four movie, special effects good. I don't know what to tell you. Because think about it, shoot, the Fantastic Four got some of the most basic powers in history. This deal with comic books. Stretch Man, the Invisible Lady with powers, Johnny Storm, fire, the Thing, that's a rock with some strength and stuff like that. That's some of the most basic things that you can do as a hero, I think, in my opinion. As a hero that I see as a special effect person could do, I think that's simple. But if it's hard, shoot, they just need to tell me something. It ain't that hard. And kind of like the last thing I want to talk about is thing about the Cosmic Fury. Be, because like for me, shoot, I think the Cosmic Fury bad guy might be Lord Zed and somebody else. I think, in my opinion,
Right. Yeah.
because thing about it, shoot, that I don't think that Lord Zed is just the only bad guy that they fight throughout the season. That could be the head leader. Because you look at the way season one had ended the for Dino Charge, Lord Zed came in and take over just for the last man and stuff like that, and he just stopped destroying the Rangers like he usually do and stuff like that. And kind of like the other stuff that I like that did with Cosmic Fair is like making Amelia the Red Ranger, which I will give her a chance.
Yes.
That to just be a good show because the thing about me it's not it's not for me. It's like I'm not judging Amelia being the Red Ranger because my opinion she was a girl. I say good thing is
How
it
did
seemed
they
like the
use?
power that got passed on. Yeah, because now I say should let's give it a chance. Just look at the show, give it a chance, and and just see the reason why she's the Red Ranger. Because if you look at it,
Yeah.
if you look at it, she make a good one. Because you
Yeah.
look at it just as the Pink Ranger, she was actually willing to save people, everything like that, and lead people, just as the Pink Ranger. What would make them think that she couldn't be a good Red Ranger? Which I don't like people judging like that most of the
Yeah.
time. I think, in my opinion, because think about it, shoot, I wouldn't, I wouldn't, in my opinion, just judge me just not being a good Red Ranger because I'm black. That'd be a dumb thing to do. But it seemed like they're judging her it just because she's a girl.
Yeah.
That which is dumb. Because so you look at other seasons, Laura, she was a good Red Ranger. She was there, and, and,
Right.
and plus you look at SPD. It was a female Red Ranger in
Well, the
that.
corrupt though, ain't good though. So
But the thing is, those are two that people like. People like just the SPD A Squad Red Ranger,
yeah, it was evil.
and,
So
and
yeah.
pe- yeah, and people like Laura Samurai
Lord, yeah, yeah.
somewhat. They like her somewhat, but the thing is, too, I actually think
But
she was
she
good
didn't.
at it.
Yeah.
But
She
she wasn't bad at it. I think though she wasn't
no
bad.
no. Using my foot, that would use my foot. Yeah. Make it good character. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, and plus Amelia will be the first full time female Red Ranger over a season. I
Right.
think, in my opinion,
Yeah.
and plus
Done it.
shoot,
Yeah.
I think that plus shoot because I think in my opinion she make a good one.
Yeah.
Because you look at in Time Force, the Pink Ranger was the leader, and nobody had a problem with that.
Yeah.
Because you look at Time Force, Jim was the leader, and
Yeah.
and and West was like the second up in command because of like that. I think it was I think West was second up in command. I think over the team. I think just because he was red, and then when Eric came in, and then they had Luke Trip. Those was actually good seasons. I like too. And kind of like the other thing that I like about this season is sound like being like the different suits they have. We could have seen like this season feel different just in any other season seem like based on the pictures, everything like that, and everybody talking about, and they're using their weapons just to like just to pay homage just to the original Power Rangers.
Right.
Because you look at the Green Ranger Izzy, she paid homage to the Green Ranger Tommy.
Yeah.
The on the Black Ranger, the Zach blue is for Billy, and
Right. Yeah.
red was the that this instead of sword, it's a hammer
Right.
and stuff like that. That's what I think. And that's all I talk about do this stream. And just do anybody just got anything just to promote anything else like that?
Uh, well, I'd probably say subscribe to my YouTube channel of the same name. I'm the Multiverse Ranger. Help me try to get
Okay.
at least some subscribers on here.
Okay.
Yeah. As well as I'm on TikTok. That's not gonna change.
Okay.
Yep.
Barcode. Do you got anything just to promote? Do you got anything coming up?
I know, actually, no.
Okay. That like for everybody that watch it on Twitter. That like everybody who watch it on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. I will see y'all later. We'll see y'all later and see y'all next time.